Good evening. I'm here with my Associate Director of the Stop the Islamization of America movement, and also the Associate Director of the Freedom Defense Initiative.
Associate Director of the World.
Yes, at least the 6 cubic inches of it that are still free. And we are looking at the terror cabbie that hails jihad. I love him because he said, I don't know if you saw his testimony, but he said, "Oh, Your Honor, first let me quote from the Quran."
And you know what he quoted? He quoted chapter 9, verse 111, which is the guarantee of paradise to those who kill and are killed for Allah. It's the justification that the Islamic jihad recruiters give to potential suicide bombers, to get them to see that suicide bombing, if they kill themselves in a crowd of infidels and kill a few infidels in the process, that they will gain paradise. It's the only promise of paradise given to anyone in the Quran.
The reason why Senor Spencer and myself created this group, First Freedom Defense Initiative, where we did a landmark conference, groundbreaking conference at CPAC, on the political third rail jihad with Alan West, which, by the way, I don't know if you know this, Robert, but it's had over 600,000 views.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. And Anders Graves, the Danish leader of the SIOA, and
SIOE.
SIOE, well, yes.
In this case.
Yes.
We're
SIOA.
He's SIOA.
Yes, and then we had Wafa Sultan, the leading former Muslim, the most reliable witness ever. And we did this because we felt that, well,
it wasn't being done.
No one else is doing it. Okay.
And that's it. That's the key for free citizens. It's not being done. You and I, Pamela, we have to do it.
Yeah, you and I and Pamela and Robert and all of the good little Pamelas and Roberts and all of you people out there, okay? And tomorrow we're here. The reason why we're in New York City today is to get ready for the Stand With Israel rally tomorrow against President Obama's ethnic cleansing of Jerusalem and his very anti-Semitic policies. Further, we wanted to announce our triumphant victory over the unindicted co-conspirator Muslim Brotherhood, Hamas-tied.
Hamas-linked care, yes.
Yes, in the return of the buses, our bus ads for leaving Islam.
Religious liberty bus ads.
Yeah, and freedom of speech bus ads. Look, every time you leave a hospital, you see those signs. You know what signs I'm talking about? Anyone that's been to a hospital knows exactly what I'm talking about, where it says, have you been abused? You know, do you need a place to leave? Do you leave home? These are the same ads, okay? The motivation may be different. The trouble that these women are in, and men as well,
that's correct,
is exactly the same. And would anyone?
They have nowhere to go. They have nowhere to turn, and everybody, the multiculturalist establishment, throws them under the bus, quite literally in this case.
And would anybody insist that the ads at the hospitals on spousal abuse or whatever kind of suffering these women are going through, would anyone ever dare to take those ads down? Of course not.
But they took our ads.
These are the exact same thing, but our ads come down because why? Because the patriarchy of Islam, the enslavement of women, is somehow sanctioned because Obama says,
respect it. And you're a hater. You're a hate monger and a bigot and a racist if you stand up for the rights of those women, which is what we've done.
Whatever your feelings are towards the Jews, quite frankly, is completely and utterly irrelevant because the nation of Israel is fighting on the front lines of jihad. That means that they're killing jihadists that plan to come and kill you, that plan to come and enslave your children, that come and plan to overthrow your government. Am I exaggerating things? Why don't we look at some film from 9/11 if we could, or from Kobar, or from 93, or from the Cold, or from, I mean, really, I don't have to go through this with you.
Examine the documents. The Muslim Brotherhood's program in the United States, according to its own words, according to captured documents, is eliminating and destroying Western civilization from within and sabotaging its miserable house. Think about that next time you think that it's hatred to offer help to people who want to leave Islam and are threatened with being killed for doing so.
So Israel, the paradox of Israel here is that it's the hatred of the good for being the good. It's the only democracy. It's our best friend in the world. And I ask you to look deep inside yourselves and say, am I going to sit back and watch while the savages, the vandals, the barbarians take over because I can't miss American Idol? I am asking you to please to pay attention, because never at any time was America tested in the way that she's being tested today.
That's right. Never before have we had our core principles challenged, and most people don't even realize. Do you know why our bus ads offering help to people who leave Islam were taken down in Miami? The spokesman, Carla Damian from Miami-Dade Transit, said they are offensive to Islam. That was what she said. She was quoted in the Miami Herald. Now I ask you, did you realize that having something be offensive to Islam was illegal in Miami?
And do you realize that the pro-Islam ads that went up across the nation in Chicago, San Francisco, New York, Florida, that those same ads that said Moses, Abraham, Isaac, Noah, Jesus, and Muhammad, the inference, of course, being that they were Muslim prophets.
It said, discover the religion of Abraham, Moses, Noah, Jesus, Muhammad.
That was offensive to me as a Jewish woman. Was it offensive to you as a Christian?
It was indeed.
Did you try and get those ads down?
I didn't lift a finger, no, because I understand, I believe in the freedom of speech and free discourse.
Because freedom of speech is the line in the sand. It's what separates us from the animals, and the
That's
savages,
right.
and the barbarians. And without freedom of speech, there's only one way to go, and that's
Tyranny.
tyranny.
Freedom of speech is the only bulwark against tyranny. The idea of hate speech, the idea of something being offensive, being outlawed, is only a tool in the hands of the powerful to silence their opposition.
This guy, in his testimony, he was going to blow up the New York City subway systems on 9/11, on the anniversary of 9/11, this gentleman. His story was that read the Quran and stop making war against Islam, which means the translation in English is stop defending yourself against jihad. And that's the tact and the foreign policy of Barack Hussein Obama, who calls us misguided, you know, because we want to protect our borders. But I feel that America was very misguided in electing Barack Hussein Obama.
Read why in the Post-American Presidency, coming July 27th from Simon & Schuster.
That's our book. You have to get it. And please, if you're in the New York area, join us tomorrow. Stand with the only democracy in the Middle East, the only democracy fighting against the global jihad. For every terrorist that they kill in Israel, your little boy that you love watching on that Little League field, he's so cute, he hits it out, he punts it, he's so great. They saved his life. Don't think for 1 second it ain't about that, because it is about that. And to the American diaspora, I say, you have a lot to recompense, okay? Because back during World War II, when the ideological argument was between Peter Bergson and Stephen Wise, and Stephen Wise won, we can forgive marginally. We can forgive because we never had a Holocaust of that nature where 6 million Jews were killed inside of 2 or 3 or 4 years with the help of the Mufti of Jerusalem, the Islamic world. They were an ally of the axis of evil. But I'm telling you now, it's not enough to fetishize the dead Jews that were murdered in World War II. Now, it is our job not to fetishize and memorialize those dead Jews, but to make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yes.
Because the second Holocaust is coming. And those 6 million Jews now, where are they now? I will tell you where they are. They're in the Jewish homeland of Israel. And it's up to you and me to stop, well, the anti-Semite in the White House and his useful idiots in the Congress.
That's right. So stand with us tomorrow, stand with us beyond that. We have to go on the offensive, not let the enemy, not let the jihadists define the narrative, not let them define the terms of the debate.
It's our narrative.
Exactly.
The narrative is a lie. I say that we supplant the narrative with the truth. The scary, naked, gorgeous truth. That's where we are now. I expect you, if you can't be there, you make a donation. You better help us fight. Because let me tell you something, sitting on the couch and waiting for American Idol to come on, it ain't going to be fun in the gulag. And that's where you're going. Anyway, anything else, quarterback?
Not for now. We'll see you next time.
We'll see you next time.